Welcome back to another Daily Go video. This is a free agency part 1 special about the NFL. It hasn't really started yet. It's usually like the tampering period, but I guess the NFL doesn't really matter about that because the league year starts on Wednesday at 4 p.m. But there's been a huge amount of deals the past 2 days. I'm here, Peter Rouse from Bo Sox Bombers and Pombo and Peter's Picks. I'm welcomed by Daily Goat's own Matthew Cunha and special guests Nathan Gagney and David Babb. How's it going, guys?
What's up?
So you guys hyped for NFL free agency?
Well, my team hasn't done anything, so I can't be that hyped.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year. To be honest, it kind of snuck up on me, but it's a good. We got this going right into March Madness, and in a couple of weeks it's the draft, so it's an exciting time. Baseball's starting soon, so things are looking up.
So
and fans in the stands.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So we're gonna break down all the teams that are made some moves. We're gonna start by division and work our way down. So we're gonna start with the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills. So all they've done is Darrell Williams. Wait, should I say like every single deal?
I mean,
No, I just say like they retained.
Yeah.
All they've pretty much done is just retain their own guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You just say like they haven't done much, kind of like that.
Okay. So we'll start with the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills. So they haven't done anything really. They've just retained 3 of their own guys. So do you think the Bills are going to make some moves, or this is it?
I think this is pretty much it. I mean, they've done a good job the last couple of years of building to the draft. So they're just kind of retaining guys. They had a good year last year. I think they'll snag a receiver later on once the dust kind of settles. They let John Brown go. But they only have Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Beasley's getting old. So I think that they'll be in the market for a receiver later on and maybe even a tight end. But I think their defense is pretty much set. Maybe they'll get another cornerback to replace Norman. But they're just retaining guys, and I don't know who can blame them.
Has Kyle Rudolph signed yet?
No.
I feel like he would be a good fit with the Bills.
Yeah, because rumor was that they were going after Gronk.
Yeah.
Hometown kid. So a veteran like Rudolph would be a good fit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry, but I guess that didn't work out.
Yeah.
I always figured Rudolph was going to go to the Patriots just because they had already gotten one Jonnu Smith. And I didn't think they were going to go for both top 10 top tight ends, but they did. It surprised me.
Yeah, the rumor's been for a while that Rudolph's kind of wanted to play for the Patriots, or that the interest is mutual. So I always thought that would be a good fit, but they went with the bigger fish.
Yeah. So we'll go with the Dolphins, Matt's favorite team. They really haven't done anything, really. They've re-signed their punter and got an offensive tackle.
It's not our punter. We picked up that punter from the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
he's great. We cut our punter.
You cut the Hawk, man?
Yeah, they cut the Hawk.
Are you sad?
Very. I liked Matt Hawk.
Threw a touchdown.
Yes, you know my asphyxiation with Miami Dolphins special teamers.
Yeah, I mean, is Pilardi going to punt, or is he going to compete with Tua?
That's true. Got to take that into account.
Matt, State of the Union so far, early in free agency. What are you thinking?
We need a wide receiver to come, and then it all depends what they want to do with Watson. If they want to pick Watson up or not pick him up, trade for him, because it all depends if they trade Watson, they don't get that 3rd pick, and then if they do have the 3rd pick, then they have to get a wide receiver in the draft. Everything's kind of hinging on that, which I don't like because that's going to delay everything, and then I think we're going to miss out on everything because we're just sitting waiting.
Well, you might steal a Pat. There's been rumors that David Andrews is probably going to go to the Pats or the Dolphins. Yeah. So
it's either him or Ted Karras coming back.
Yeah, so kind of like last year, it looks like the New England train to Miami is going to keep rolling. But I don't know what you think, man. I got to develop an opinion. I think Flores is a good coach, like top 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of don't think he knows what he's doing, like GM wise. Like
Chris Greer is really good with that, though.
Yeah, but like I just think like the Van Noy They dumped him after 1 year.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming because I remember looking at that last year, and the reports were that it might just come out to a 1 year thing. Just that's how they structured it.
Yeah.
And he got hurt last year, and I think that's why they ended up cutting him. They kind of viewed him as like he was getting paid too much money to get hurt in this like 5 games every season.
Yeah, and I just think with the new offensive coordinators like every year and how he handled the Tua Fitzpatrick situation, it's a little bit of a roller coaster. I still think he's a good coach, but just some of the decisions are a little bit.
It's almost college-esque.
A little bit.
Yeah, like Chan Gailey was awful. They should have never brought him out of retirement. They should have just stuck with the offensive coordinator they had the first year under Flores. I can't remember his name, but he was. I liked him.
O'Shea or something like that.
Chad O'Shea. Yeah, Chad O'Shea. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still think he's a good coach, but there's a lot of he seems like he's very undecided and changes his mind very often. But
I don't know if this has to do with Deshaun Watson to the Patriots, but Patrick Chung tweeted, "Big news coming. Stay tuned."
If you want to puke, I was looking at this the other day. We could segue this in the Patriots, I guess. If you want to puke, go look at Patrick Chung's contract. It is so awful. He signed through like his age, probably I think it's 37 or 38 season. And his dead cap this year is more than his cap hit. And like the Pats, they just signed Jalen Mills. He's kind of like a safety hybrid. He plays all over the place, cornerback, but he's probably going to be a safety, a free safety.
Yeah, his dead cap is $8 billion this year.
Yeah. And he opted out. So Chung opted out last year. And I think, but they have McCourty, whose contract is up this upcoming year, but McCourty, Duggar and Phillips are both more like the box safeties. They're kind of like the linebacker types. But then they just signed Mills, and they have somebody else, do they? I don't know, but I feel like they have yeah, he's kind of like a hybrid. But they have a log jam at safety, and I think they got rid of Chung because I don't want Duggar to be getting sat for Patrick Chung. Like that's just disgusting. So, but it's impossible to cut him because his cap hits more than his dead cap.
The only year that they could cut him realistically is 2023, where they only get 1.5 back.
Yeah, so that's a disaster. But what a day for the Pats. The Bill Belichick redemption tour.
I know he's got the stimulus check. He's like just dealing out money all left and right. He's gotten 2 new receivers: Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Trent Brown from a trade, Dietrich Wise back.
4 new receivers.
Matt Judon, Jalen Mills, as you said. It's kind of crazy because
my guy KB.
I know Vegas man himself.
Yeah.
So,
to play devil's advocate with the Patriots, do you think that this is a good idea to spend this much money in one off season?
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Yes, because they have Edelman, McCourty, Hightower. Like they have a bunch of guys coming off the books next year, and it doesn't seem like these cap hits are too egregious. Like I know, like for example, Bourne, it's basically like a 1-year deal. Like they could cut him after next year, and it won't be.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it shows that they're not rolling over. Like they mean business, and I don't think there's ever any doubt. I just really like people complain about last year. They truly just needed a reset year to reset the cap. Don't spend too much. Like build up that $60 million cap space, and then they're aggressive. So
to separate the Tom Brady, Cam Newton errors.
Yeah, like I don't like the argument that they did it because Brady won. No, like they had $60 million. Like they weren't just gonna not spend.
Yeah, they were gonna spend it anyway. I agree with that.
Yeah, like so.
I'm just coming from the Dolphins spending, I think, like $137 million last year, and their positive was 5 games more wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think they're all like positions in need that they signed though. Like the tight ends. I mean, Jonah was a great deal. That was like right off the jump. 4 years, $50 million. I like that. Then today, I mean, out of nowhere, Hunter Henry signs a 3-year, $37.5 million deal. So
I thought that was so cheap for Hunter Henry too.
It was. I thought he would get more years.
Yeah, I figured that too.
But how did the Chargers not just be like, all right, we'll just bring him back for that much?
Yeah, because that's the same average as Jonnu at 12.5, where it's like you have Kittle making 15, Kelsey making like 14, 7. 12.5 is nothing for Hunter Henry.
Yeah. So that was crazy, but yeah, like they're all moves that positions in need. The only one I'm kind of a little iffy on is the Judon one. Just don't love spending that much for a pass rusher, really. It just feels like they could have.
Especially someone that's not a dedicated pass rusher.
Yeah, like he gets to the quarterback, but I just feel like it's a position that could somewhat be replicated by a combination of Uche, Winovich, Jennings. But hey, whatever. But yeah,
I've heard that Matt Judon's stats might also be inflated from the Ravens just because of the scheme they ran on defense.
The Ravens stink.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I like the Kendrick Bourne sign. I kind of flagged him early on as a solid number 3-4 receiver that they should target. The Aguilar seems like a overpay, but I mean the contract's not like it's 2 years, 26. He doesn't have a $13 million cap hit, so they do need speed down the field. So I do like the 2-year term though. That's the only saving grace. Is if he kind of stinks, it's no big deal. You only have for 2 years.
As a non-Pats fan, and I know you're a Dolphins fan, Matt, I know you're going to hate this, but I think Devon Godshaw's the best signing of that bunch. He's such a good run stuffer up the middle. He's going to
he was. Don't get me wrong, but I think it was time for him in Miami to move on. I just don't think he's fitting their system anymore.
Yeah, they also have a plethora of D linemen down there.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Jacoby Brissett to the Dolphins.
Back up.
Yep, you're on the board, Matt.
Yeah,
Wait, for real? Nice.
You got a backup QB. The Miami beat guys were just tweeting that out. That Miami's eyes were on him. Like
Tua, watch out.
ago.
That's a good deal because if just say Tua gets hurt, like Brissett could come in and keep you afloat. That's better than Tyrod Taylor or, I mean, somebody worse than Dalton, like Chase Daniel. Like,
do you think they're out of the Watson stake now?
No. That's a backup.
Yeah. So I mean, Peter, do you have any big picture thoughts on the Patriots at all? Or
I mean, I don't think they're done, which is insane.
Yeah, this
you're gonna have to get another quarterback because I don't see Cam throwing at everybody that we just got. You know.
Yeah, it's the whole point's Aguilar to stretch the field. Is Edelman gonna be throwing it? Like you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think you knew it's gonna be reaching. Yeah. So Jeff Howe just shortly ago. I mean, this isn't breaking, but he said even after all this spending, the Patriots have more than enough cap space to take on Deshaun Watson, add more in free agency, if such a move were ever in the cards. Kind of eerie, or I wonder if he's kind of just that's like a undercover rumor mentioning Watson by name.
He also tweeted out yesterday that this offense is kind of built similar to how they were going to build the offense around Jimmy back in 2016 or 2017, whichever it was. So that could be interesting to see if they're players for Jimmy G.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Jimmy, Deshaun, or rookie or Newton. But
it's got to be somebody because I just don't see Cam Newton getting all these weapons.
Me neither. I mean, if we want to talk about the Newton signing, like people bashed it. I mean, it's a backup contract deal. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Why are people freaked out when they saw the 14 mil? And I can't help it.
He's making less than Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I can't help it. I love the guy. Like he's electric.
Ooh. Backup QB.
Ooh. Backup QB, man.
You want to come talk on your own podcast?
Breaking news.
Minimum.
Come talk on your podcast. It's them. Yours.
What?
It's Peter.
Pete?
Yeah.
Nick.
Has the money leaked out yet?
No, come through here.
Oh, nice sweatshirt, Nick.
I stole it. What was I going to say? Jacoby Brissett to the Dolphins is a bogus deal. Just letting you know. Tua sitting the bench again for at least 5 games. Listen to Post Last Bombers episode 11 out now.
Is he a Dolphins fan again?
No, he's a Raiders fan.
Raiders.
Raiders?
Yeah, my uncle's a Raiders fan.
Jeez.
That's another pathetic franchise.
Oh, yeah, Cam Newton. I can't help it. I like the guy. He's cool. Like, it's still surreal, kind of like seeing him in a Pats uniform. Like, he's so big and he was so electric. Like, I like him. I can't help it. So
we'll go to the New York Jets. Their signing was just Corey Davis, a 3-year deal. I like Corey Davis too.
They also signed Carl Lawson. He's very underrated.
True.
I think he'll shine outside of Cincy.
I feel like they had a really quiet day yesterday, but they kind of had two nice signings later in the day. The Jets, I gotta give them credit. I think Corey Davis is kind of overrated, but it's not an egregious contract, so
he definitely has the talent to impact them.
Yeah, so good on the Jets. They still have a lot of cap space. I think they're gonna get. They need offensive line. I don't know what they're gonna do.
What do you guys think is gonna happen to Sam Darnold?
He's gone. I hope not to the Niners, but
has to be.
I think he's gone, but I don't know where.
Who do you want them to get?
Who, the Jets?
Yeah.
I think the Jets are going to take Wilson at number 2.
Who do I want the Jets to get?
Well, I mean, bias aside.
You as quarterback.
Yeah.
That's who I want. No, I think they'll take Wilson. Zach Wilson.
Yes. They could be a player in Russell Wilson too.
That's
that
true.
That would be a good fit.
Yeah, so I don't know if we want to move on to the AFC North. I guess I'll just steer the ship here. The Ravens. Do the Ravens stink?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ravens are terrible.
They have a running back at quarterback, so.
Yeah, I was just looking.
He's been riding that train since day one.
Like they lost Judon. What's they lose?
They lost Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
they still don't have wide receivers.
They have their first round pick though, right?
They do.
Okay. Well, might be a little saving grace, but they kind of stink though. I mean, I don't know what. There's another team in the AFC that I think has gotten a lot more worse that we'll hit on later, but we got breaking news.
Well,
Chicago made a very aggressive pursuit of Russell Wilson, and the Bears were told that Seattle is not trading him at this time.
Oh.
Oh.
What's aggressive mean? Like,
hey, come on.
He's the 21st pick. Like
Khalil Mack.
I guess.
Allen Robinson.
Jeez.
That would be the day. They get a quarterback, but Allen Robinson's included in the deal.
That'd be crazy.
Damn, I thought that was gonna be something like huge.
I know. I saw I saw Russell Wilson. I was like, this has to be breaking. All right, back to the Ravens. Yeah, so I mean, they got an offensive lineman. They re-signed a couple guys on D, and nothing much, right?
No.
Any of you have anything on the Ravens?
They're gonna be in trouble.
They still glorify murderers. I mean, we went walking past that statue, so
yeah,
still same old Ravens. And now even to just as much of a terrible franchise, the Bungles.
Crazy. Hey, they got Mike Hilton though. I like.
Yeah.
And Chidobe Awuzie.
Mm-hmm.
Two good corners right there.
So Hilton's deal is 4 years, 24 mil. Awuzie 3 years, 21.75
Speaking
mil.
of the Bengals, they're giving kick returner Brandon Wilson a 2-year extension.
Oh.
Breaking.
They lost John Ross too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't done much. So.
Yeah. What are the wide receivers do they have at this point?
They still have T. Higgins, Auden Tate. They have one other.
Boyd.
Yeah,
Tyler Boyd. I forget about Tyler Boyd. Okay.
Do you think they really need a receiver at 5?
No, they just need O-line.
The only receiver I would take for them is Jamar Chase, just to pair him back up with Joe Burrow.
Wouldn't you rather just take like Rondale Moore in the second?
I would. Yeah, I think they should take Penny Sewell or like Rashawn Slater.
I agree.
And then circle back to receiver in the second.
This Hendrickson deal is pretty crazy though. 4 years, 60 mil.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he's a bit overrated. A lot of his sacks were from coverage.
Yeah, out goes Lawson, in comes Hendrickson. I guess he's more of a sack threat. That's what I read. He'll put up more sack numbers per se. Probably Lawson's probably more of a pressure guy, but again, the Bengals are spending. I thought they were gonna get Tooney though, because he needs to protect Burrow, but maybe they'll just go Sewell in the first round.
Yeah, I mean Sewell can play 4 positions on the offensive line, so they can play him where they want. Because I think they like Jonah Williams at left tackle, so we'll see.
Eagles
Next is everybody's favorite Cleveland Browns.
Just interrupted my news. Eagles have given Ertz permission to seek a trade. Go on.
Hey, what?
Eagles have allowed.
Eagles given Ertz permission to seek a trade.
Oh, I forgot about him too.
The Bills.
Yeah, maybe.
Go on. Browns.
So the Browns signed John Johnson to a 3-year, $37.75 million deal.
I like that trade.
I like that deal.
That not trade, that pickup.
As a Niners
John
fan,
Johnson.
I love that move.
Yeah, get out of the division.
Yep.
Yes. Apparently he turned down money from other teams to sign there. So I mean, to credit the Browns have kind of, I don't know, they're good. I like what
him and Delpit is a pretty formidable duo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they signed Tack McKinley. I hate this guy. Hated him ever since he got drafted when he walked on stage with a portrait of his dead grandmother. Just the most self-centered move of all time, maybe. So I've hated him, and he's 1 year, $4 million. That's about $2.5 million. Too much for me, but whatever.
What's Odell gonna do? Is he going back or?
He's staying with the Browns.
I think so.
Yeah.
For now.
All right. On to the next one.
And then the Pittsburgh Steelers have a bunch of free agents pending, but they haven't got moved anywhere, so they could always re-sign them, but they haven't made any.
Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating to
Flashes,
see
yeah.
where Juju goes.
Yeah, and like James Conner goes.
They
Sorry,
both stink.
I just spoke over you. It's because I froze, so that's why I just totally like.
What?
I spoke over you with the Juju thing, but it's because my screen froze, so I didn't hear you talking.
Now you good. Yeah, where do you think Juju's gonna go?
I think it's
Probably
Miami.
New York.
I say Raiders.
They're all viable options.
No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna say it.
Nah, you gotta say
say-
no.
I was gonna say maybe Patriots. I just feel like Belichick. There's some guys where he like just likes them, and like I
Hunter
hate
Henry.
Juju. Yeah, like Juju might be like one of those like guys he quietly likes. I don't know. I have it like an inkling. I hope not, but we'll see.
You don't want him Corvetting on the Patriots logo?
No, God no. Tool bag.
Yeah.
Do we even have to go to this next team?
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the AFC South next. The despicable Houston Texans.
They've made a lot of moves.
I didn't realize how much. It's mostly giving away, but
This is the grossest list of free agents or trades I've ever seen in my life.
So they got
Yeah.
Marcus Cannon from the Patriots. They got the stupid, despicable Mark Ingram. He's absolute trash.
True.
He's a curse.
Big Tros. Whoop,
you're
whoop.
just mad.
But yeah, I mean, everybody's just waiting for the Deshaun Watson news to happen
And-
wherever he goes.
I mean, this is like all Patriots cast-offs, like Terrence Brooks, Grugier Hill, Derek Rivers, Marcus Cannon. Oh my God. This feels like a real poor man's version of like the 2013 Red Sox, where they're like, we'll get players, like they're like middle tier, like they're a bunch of like good vets, but these are like not good vets. They're like a step below that.
I don't know why they traded for Cannon. They already have 2 young tackles. I don't think Cannon is going to play guard. I don't think Howard or Tunsil will play guard.
Somebody mentioned that he's probably going to play guard, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
It really is.
Doesn't have the mobility to play guard.
And he hadn't even showed up to Gillette to take his physical because he opted out last year.
Yeah.
He hadn't even taken his like new physical yet. So he might not even be in like playing shape.
hmm
But I think that's enough of Houston Texans for
So we'll
3
brush
weeks.
by the Colts because they haven't done anything except the Carson Wentz trade like a month ago.
Hey, that's good.
And
for him.
that scares the hell out of me.
They're like the anti-Patriots. They have like 60 million cap space there or something like that, and they haven't gotten anybody.
They're just waiting.
Is Ty going back?
Probably.
Feels like they're Dave. I'd be nervous. I mean, you want Trent Williams back? I'd be
Yeah.
nervous about them waiting in the because they need to replace Costanza.
I'm more nervous about the Chiefs than anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be shoehorning tackles under the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Tooney. Jeez.
The next team, the Jaguars. We've gotten a bunch of people too. Most notably, let's see. Carlos Hyde, Philip Dorsett, Shaquille Griffin earlier, Sean Jenkins, I like this team though. They have a bunch of cap space. Obviously, get Lawrence probably.
So have you guys seen the rumored trade about DJ Shark for Orlando Brown Jr., sorry.
I thought they already shot that down though.
They might have, but that would be a horrible trade for them.
I think so too.
Granted, they do need a tackle, but they just franchise tagged Cam Robinson. And I don't think that it's smart to move him over to right tackle after franchising him. And then who would Trevor Lawrence throw to without DJ Shark? Because like that's the perfect wide receiver for Trevor Lawrence.
Jamal Agnew.
True.
No, I totally agree. I don't know why they would trade Shark. That seems very
DJ Shark.
Very.
And that would suck for DJ Shark too, going to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't the Ravens just get? Do they really need to
trade Lamar Jackson? It's the only way they're gonna improve.
Shouldn't they go after Will Fuller if they want like a big receiver?
Do they have money though?
No.
Listen, anybody has money. All right.
That's true.
Just look at the Taysom Hill contract.
Yeah, look at the Saints. We'll get there later. They're in cap hell. And
or even just look at the Patriots. They bought every free agent and they have like 40 million cap room left.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I don't get what's happening. The cap is the fakest. Like, is so fake. Yeah, I mean Shaquille Griffin though set the market today. That was the first. I mean, much
that was a good signing by them.
That was pretty much the only like.
Well, and Mike Hilton.
He's not even like the upper tier cornerback. He's not like elite, but he was the best on the board, and he got 3 years, almost 15 mil a year. That's. I mean, the 3 year term's that's pretty good. I like that, but 15 mil a year is a lot for Shaquille Griffin.
So the next team, the Tennessee Titans, most notably, they got Bud Dupree on a 5-year contract for $85 million. I like that contract.
I just find it a little expensive. I like Bud Dupree a lot. Like, I'm not going to complain about it if he was on my team, but it seems a little pricey. But he's really good, so.
I think it's a good signing, but I feel like pass rushers never work out in Tennessee. Like,
yeah, this is my one.
The last one that worked out there was Brian Arakpo, I think.
Wow. This is the team that I think is gotten significantly worse. And like, I like Autry, and I mean Dupree's off that ACL though, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But they lost. They just cut Adoree Jackson. They lost Malcolm Butler. Jayon Brown's a free agent. They lost Humphreys. Who's the other receiver?
Corey Davis.
Smith. Jonas Smith. Like, it seems like they lost a lot, and that's why, even though he's not any of those positions, but like missing out on the not hitting on the pick, like Isaiah Wilson, and it's not even like not hitting on it, like completely botching the pick. Like that's killer, absolutely killer. So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they need to almost draft starters in like every round of the draft, if that's possible.
Yeah,
because they're gonna be hurting.
At least they don't need a running back.
Good. We'll talk about that with another team later. An NFC North team. Disgraceful.
So the AFC West, starting with the Broncos. They got Shelby Harris on a 3-year deal. Ronald Darby. And Justin Simmons obviously got the franchise tag.
Darby seems pricey.
What?
He had a really good year last year, though. It is a little pricey with the guarantees, but I think it's a good contract.
I like the Harris contract.
Yeah, he's very underrated.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, just looking at him, like, why didn't we get him instead of Godshaw? But
yeah,
probably two different types of players, but it's not as much money as I would have thought.
Godshaw got a 2-year deal, right?
Yeah. 2 for 16, I think.
Yeah, so it might have been just the years he wanted less years, or Harris wanted more.
Yeah.
So speaking of cap,
the key for the Broncos offseason is to lock up Justin Simmons because he's a difference maker on that defense.
It'd be interesting to see what they do with Von Miller.
They picked up his option today.
Yeah, seems. I think they're gonna keep him, but
yeah, I think they're gonna sign him to like a 2-year extension that kind of brings down his cap hit, but we'll see.
They still need to figure out what they want to do at quarterback too.
Yeah, I don't think Drew Lock's the answer, but
Yeah, I think they're going to give him another year to prove it. Probably draft someone in like the 3rd or 4th round to compete with him. Maybe sign a veteran, but who knows?
they'll draft whoever's the tallest quarterback in the draft. No
True.
way.
True. Speaking of cap hell with the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't understand how they could sign Joe Tooney to a 5-year contract for $80 million, but they did it. So
I love
Yeah.
Joe Tooney.
That's why I'm worried about Trent going there.
I just don't get how do they have money?
Restructures.
Well, they did make 2 pretty big cuts. They did cut, was it Remmers and Fisher?
Yeah.
It was Fisher and
No, not Remmers. Schwartz.
Schwartz, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, those are 2 pretty big cuts. Like those are 2 offensive linemen starting,
Mhm.
and then Mahomes restructured. It's still crazy that they fit him under there, but it's
Did
not
they
like
cut the doctor too?
I don't think so. I know they just cut Damian Williams, which is a side note, but yeah, I love Joe Tooney. He's like the model of consistency. That dude like never missed a game, always good, and even in the worst games, he never got like smoked. I think that for me, the Pats really need to sign Andrews because I think losing Tooney and Andrews is good. Would be like I don't care about Trent Brown and Isaiah Wynn, and even Shaq Mason. They're always hurt. So you lose you lose your 2 stable guys who are always healthy. So I really want Andrews back. I'm gonna miss Tooney, but looking back, maybe they should have tagged him and traded him, but it's whatever. It's a good sign for the Chiefs. That'd be huge for protecting Mahomes.
Yeah.
So the next team, the Las Vegas Raiders, as you alluded to, Nakwe signed there for a 2-year, $26 million from the Ravens. I like that deal too.
I do too.
Yeah. I wish he would have got more than a 2-year deal, but that's good for the Raiders.
Yeah, 2 years, like say 13 a year. I mean, he's 25. I really like that. I saw there was an ESPN article that was doing like a mock free agency like last week, and they had him sign with the Pats for like 5 years at like 15 a year.
We got some breaking news.
Oh boy,
Matt Hawk has signed with the Bills.
Who is that?
Punter news.
The Dolphins old punter.
Yeah.
pour one out. Sad day. Matt Hawk is gone.
I'm also seeing tremors. I don't know how true it is of Andrew Luck coming out of retirement.
Oh, that's coming back.
Yeah, like always around this time. Just thought I'd throw it out there.
Dave,
I would love Andrew Luck on the Niners.
Dave, I will get to the Niners later, but how does them being interested in Trubisky and Dalton make you feel?
I'm fine with it because they would be signed as a backup.
Well, Dalton's on the Bears.
Would they though? I know, but
yeah, because I think that they're fine with Jimmy being the quarterback because when he's played well enough. But he's missed over half the games that he's been there.
I know, but like when he's played, it's worked, and I just going with Dalton or Trubisky over Jimmy G is crazy.
Well, I don't think it would be over him because
I think it would.
I don't think Trubisky has that big of a market.
Yeah, probably not.
But
even just the chirps of them looking at Bridgewater, maybe that's just a really good backup in case of injury.
Rappaport the other day said that was not true. And I trust Rappaport more than any other. Him and Schefter, I trust them more than any other reporter. So.
Mark Daniels just tweeted, Deshaun Watson is very affordable in 2021 with a base salary of $10.54 million. Mark Daniels, Patriots supporter. A lot of smoke. That'd be insane.
So the last team in the AFC, Los Angeles Chargers, got center Corey Linsley, 5 years, $62.5 million. Guess they have to protect Herbert.
Yeah, that's a very good signing, especially because the Pouncey that was there, I don't know which one, retired. But
the one who enables murder, who's friends with a murderer.
True.
I mean, how do you pay Aaron Jones 4 years for like 12 mil a year, and then let your starting center, like your best offensive lineman, go, who made approximately 12 mil in this contract?
Mm-hmm.
That is so backwards. Like, why wouldn't you sign?
Especially when you drafted AJ Dillon last year.
Why wouldn't you just re-sign Jamal Williams for like 5 a year, and then there's 7 you save, and then you restructure somebody else, and then you sign Lindsley?
What they should have done is they should have transition tagged Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
So that they could have got like something back for him.
It's so
Maybe trade him
backwards.
for that.
Like
Yeah.
their first 2 picks in the draft were a backup quarterback and then a backup running back. Like, why are you
And
drafting?
then a fullback.
Oh my god, they're so stupid.
So after the AFC, who do you think got worse? Like the
Ravens.
worst team?
Yeah, Ravens and Titans.
Yeah.
I think
And
Titans
who do you think
suck.
got better?
I think that's pretty
Patriots.
obvious.
It's
Yeah.
the Patriots, sadly.
Bills.
Although, if you do look at it, if you're just a fan of rivalries, like the AFC East is looking pretty good. Between
Yeah, except for the
Dolphins.
Jets.
Well, yes, it's the Jets.
Yeah,
Sorry, Nate.
True.
that's a
Big
tough.
name. Yeah.
I know you meant.
All
All
right.
right, Peter, it's time for your division.
Yeah, now the NFC East. So we can kind of skip over the Cowboys because all they did was re-sign Dak Prescott to an insane deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I
it had to be
wanna-
done, but they're going to be in mediocrity forever.
I personally have been against Dak Prescott for a while, but after seeing them play without him last year, I don't think I gave him nearly enough credit.
It's pretty telling.
Well, I think he's good.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's
I don't think he's 40
over
million
the hump.
good,
Yeah, right.
but I would definitely give him 30 mil, which I wouldn't have last year.
I mean, you got to pay quarterbacks. It's just that he messed
Yeah.
up with Cooper and Zeke.
Mm-hmm. And
It'll-
Lawrence.
Yeah, it looks crazy on paper, but you got to pay quarterbacks. It's just, you just
Yeah.
have to.
Especially when you're Jerry Jones.
So my favorite team, the New York Giants. Ha, 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 ha. So all they did was franchise tag Leonard Williams, and they got a 3-year, $63 million deal done after that. So
Crazy money.
Yeah.
But-
He's real good, but he's not better than Chris Jones.
3 years is, like I said, I've always feel like 3 years is like that line where it's like, it's not bad. If he stinks, you can deal with
Yeah.
it. So 3 years is good. He was like my big fish. I would have liked him on the Pats, Leonard Williams, but he got tagged and signed. So I like this John Ross signing though.
yeah, only
Yeah.
$2.5 million. That's
That's like-
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pairing back up with college teammate Dante Pettis could be
yeah.
fun.
I just saw something that they might be in on Galladay still, which is insane.
Yeah,
I don't know
That
why
would
they
be fun.
should just take a receiver if they really want help.
Yeah. A lot of mock drafts have them taking Jalen Waddle. He's a very interesting fit there.
Yeah,
I
'cause
feel
they're-
like if they do end up signing Galladay, they would have to focus more offensive line. But
because their top 2 receivers, it's Shepard and
Slayton,
So,
Slayton.
and then
That's
they have
fun.
Evan Ingram, obviously.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is a team that did absolutely nothing. Philadelphia
Except
Eagles.
for it did trade away Carson Wentz, which is addition by
Yeah.
subtraction.
The Eagles. I don't
So
know
the
what they're
Washington
waiting for.
football team made the best deal ever. Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Ryan
1 year,
Fitzpatrick.
$10 million.
Gotta miss him.
Is he
Love
really?
Ryan.
I don't get it.
I want him on the Pats.
No.
Wait, why not? You don't want the Fitzmagic tree?
No.
Matt, you experienced that firsthand. How was
You
that?
would make the playoffs with your roster. We didn't have a wide receivers for him. At least you guys have like a system around him that he can learn a system in a matter of a day. He can figure it out. He's gonna have his games where he throws 4 interceptions, but other than that, he'll make the playoffs and then lose first round.
Norris, Jenkins to the Titans.
Mhm.
Ah,
I don't know. I'm kind of
He's
all in
worse
on.
than Adoree.
I'm kind of all in on Heineke though after that playoff start.
Yeah,
That was electric.
it was. He played the Bucks the best in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Numbers
Yeah.
don't lie, and eyes don't lie.
Yeah, no, that was literally like fun to watch. I mean, that was probably the most electric since like Johnny Manziel.
That was the funnest the Washington football team has been since they were the R word with RG3.
What's R word?
R skin. R star skin.
Oh yeah.
Before we
that
get
word.
canceled, so the NFC North with the Chicago Bears, as you alluded to, they got Andy Dalton on a 1-year, $10 million contract, and they were in the sweepstakes of Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson said no. Well, the Seahawks said no.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton cannot quit having a uniform color that matches his hair.
It's true. He's run out of teams though.
He's just addicted to it. Yeah.
We'll have to go to the Browns next year.
Yeah. I just don't get Trubisky's not good, but at least there's something, at least he's young where you just have that, I'm probably speaking from a Bears fan perspective, but at least he's young and you would have that hope that, oh, maybe he does turn it around.
Last year, he played much better than he did previously.
I feel like they need to just take the leash off him and let him do his own thing. Because that game against the Saints in the playoffs they would just check down and they didn't let him do anything. They were scared, which is probably why he's not back with the team. But I just feel like if they let him go, it would be kind of like he was in his rookie year when they made it to the playoffs and lost in the double doink.
True.
Do you think Allen Robinson stays? They tagged him, but
yeah, I think he will against his will.
Against his will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a rumor that they're trying to trade Anthony Miller, which is maybe they had enough of him after he swung and he got ejected in that playoff game.
Yeah, against Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know why they would. He's a good player. I don't know why they trade him.
That was Mims, not Anthony Miller, I thought.
No, but he got ejected in that playoff game.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, because I remember him leaving. That's when they lost their minds. That game was
Gotcha.
over.
Well, I feel bad for him. His whole career is just with terrible quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But he can always overcome. So next team, the Detroit Lions. All they did, obviously, a month ago, got Jared Goff or Goff. But I hate Jared Goff.
Yep.
Not much here.
They signed Terrell Williams, too.
Yeah.
Not much there either.
It's a bad team.
Yeah.
Romeo Okwara, I honestly don't know too much about him, to be honest. I didn't know he was a $13 million a year type player.
He had 10 sacks last year,
which
is pretty good.
Isn't he the one did they draft his brother from Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Good for him. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he fought to get a paycheck.
One thing that I will say about the Lions, they are deserving of delegation to the CFL for not trading Matthew Stafford for the 8th pick. That's banana land.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. I mean, they got a pretty good haul, though.
Yeah, but the first pick that they get is in 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, 2022.
How do you expect the rebuild to start when you don't get a first-round pick back for your franchise quarterback that year?
I wonder what they're going to take at 7.
They should take a quarterback, but they've said that they're committed to Goff because he's young and stuff. But
I think they should take a receiver.
With that contract, you kind of are locked in, you know.
Yeah.
Am I crazy to think that Goff's not that bad?
Yeah, you are crazy for that.
Yeah, he's gonna get exposed this year. No McVay.
Yeah,
McVay was definitely a huge part in his development.
Who's his OC? Jim Bob Cooter?
No, they got rid of him. I think it's some guy from the Saints.
Oh, I know Dan Campbell's a coach, but it's not sure though.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell's a joke.
They poached a ton of Saints guys.
Dan Campbell's the ultimate hardo.
Matt, you don't like Dan Campbell?
No.
Their OC's Anthony Lynn. That's actually pretty good OC.
Anthony Lynn's good. I'll give him that. He should have been the coach, and Dan Campbell should have just been.
Why don't you like Dan Campbell? There's a lot of.
He's just a juice head who doesn't do much. The tight ends coach. How does he gotten 2 starting coaching jobs?
Well, with the Dolphins, it was.
Did you hear him
interim.
speak? That's
He
how
sounds like a
just for
prick.
like 2 games.
nails
He's
the
a hype
interview.
man. He's a hype man. That's all he does. Don't like Dan Gable.
The
Sorry,
college
Noah.
coach.
Yeah.
Yes, or even high school. Like, I'm sorry, Noah. It's just a bad going over there in Detroit. You got nothing going for you in any sport realm.
So the next team, as Nathan alluded to, Aaron Jones re-signed to the Green Bay Packers for $12 million each. Still don't understand.
I don't like high paid running backs.
Do you think Will
I've already
Fuller's
said
gonna
my
go there?
piece.
I wouldn't be surprised. But go ahead, Nene.
No, I just said I've already said my piece. Terrible deal. Packers just continue to be a joke. I couldn't have been more right this season. Like, I was so vindicated. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't want Brady to win, but once he gets in the playoffs, especially in the Super Bowl, I need to root for him because I don't want him to have that loss on his record. But talk about exposing guys I've been calling out for years. Just exposing Breeze stinks, overrated. Rodgers, another one. Guys have only won 1 Super Bowl. It's just so pathetic. They speak of these guys like they're in the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks of all time, and they're just not. I mean, they each went to 1 Super Bowl. Mahomes
Rodgers went to 2.
Did he?
Yeah, he lost to the.
I think he went
Did
to
he?
1. No. But he to say they went to Mahomes has already went to 2. He's better than both those guys of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't care that he's played 10 less seasons. He's better.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Overrated.
And then the next team, the Minnesota Vikings, didn't really do much.
Talk about a team I kind of forgot that existed.
Yeah.
It's I think the Vikings are decent, but this is a big bag of nothing that they did.
Yeah.
I like Dalvin Tomlinson. That was cheaper than I thought. 2 years, 22
$11
mil.
million.
Yeah. Going back to the Shelby Harris deal, that looks better and better with Dalvin Tomlinson making 11 here.
Yeah, good point. Nick Vigil's a weird one. He was like a fantasy god.
True.
Yeah, he was getting tackles left and right.
Was that when he was with the Bengals?
Yeah. Now he just kind of stinks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we'll go to the NFC South. So the Atlanta Falcons didn't do anything. Carolina Panthers really didn't do anything either.
Well, it's a good thing though, because the Falcons are good. They don't need much help, so it's a good thing that they're doing nothing.
I mean, they have one of the best defenses in the league.
They do.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they're losing Keanu Neal and other pieces.
Where do you think Matt Ryan's gonna go? Do you think he's gonna stay?
The
Yeah,
Bears.
at least for now.
Matt Ryan is going to be a Bear next year. The Bears are just going to get every tall cast off that was good in 2013.
Would you hate him?
Yes, because he kind of feels loserish a little bit. No, I'm all set. Kind of like Phillip Rivers in my eyes.
Dave, would you hate him on the 49ers?
Who? Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
I would like him on the Niners.
I'll be patient.
Dan!
You have people from yesterday?
Oh my God, do we?
Yeah.
Does Dan have any opinions on Shelby
What's
Harris?
going on, fellas?
Dan, give me your
What's up, people?
Give me your opinion on the Broncos signings.
So, Ronald Darby, I like it. Good start. We got Vaughn back. He posted. He said he wants to be a Bronco for life. So we love that. Shelby Harris, he has the best hands in the league, quoted by the Broncos. Wish I could get Kareem Jackson and Phillip Lindsay back, but you can't win them all, right? We got Melvin. We got Will Parks back, so Justin Simmons. We got to pay him. That's something we got to do.
Oh, we said that, yeah.
All right, I got to go ball, fellas.
Have fun, Dan.
As always.
All right,
Electric.
Let's go.
Always.
Yeah.
Absolute electricity. Where were we? Panthers?
Yeah, they didn't really do much either.
Sick.
Mm.
They stink. Big time.
So we'll go to the Saints, I guess. They re-signed Jameis Winston. I like that deal to $12 million. but like a $5 million base salary. And they restructured Taysom Hill to like an insane contract.
Makes no sense.
Have you noticed that like every like backup type quarterback like Winston, Newton, Dalton, like they've all gotten like the same contract?
Yeah, it's like 10 to like
even Fitz kind of.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick too.
It's the exact same contracts.
Who's gonna be the starter?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Jameis.
Better be Jameis.
I think it'll be
so.
Hill for like 2 weeks and then Jameis.
Everyone has instincts.
If you look at their stats when Hill started, they had like 200 passing yards a game, which is horrible, especially for the way that they construct their offense, where like Breeze was throwing like 330, not this year, but like 330 a game.
And before we segue to the Bucks, I know, Nathan, as you alluded to earlier, you hate Drew Brees. You have any final thoughts as he rides off to the sunset to retirement life?
Nope. Farewell.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting the whole team back together. I guess they don't care. So they got Chris Godwin back to a franchise tag, Gronk, Shaquille Barrett, Levante David. All they need to get is Antonio Brown, and they have the same team as last year.
And Ndamukong Suh.
True.
And then they're going to get James White.
True.
Yeah, James White's definitely going there. That's a lot.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the running back dynamic is without playoff Lenny, or Lombardi Lenny, as he likes to be called now. Because he was a workhorse for them in the playoffs. Like Ronald Jones was a
I remember watching the regular season and thinking like there's no chance they're gonna win because like I remember Fournette was like dropping passes all the time. And I was like, they just need somebody to catch like a 5-yard pass on third down and pick up a blitz, which is exactly what James White can do. So I think that'll be a great signing. I think he's kind of cooked. Love the guy, but it's probably a good time for the Pats to.
Well, how good is that rookie that didn't play? Keyshawn Vaughn or whatever his name
is? He cannot pass block for shit.
Oh, so he'll be out of there.
Great. He had a fumble in the playoff game against Washington, I think.
Too. Yeah. He's a good receiver, but he just can't block or apparently carry the football. So
watch out for they might take ETN at 32.
Yeah, I think they should go interior offensive line, but ETN would be a fantastic fit for them.
That 5th-year option.
Yeah.
So the last division, Dave's favorite division,
the best division,
West.
So the NFC
Cardinals,
best.
Yeah, true. Best for last. So obviously, J.J. Watt a few weeks ago signed a 2-year, $31 million deal. And I like this deal, Marcus Golden re-signing on a 2-year, $9 million deal. I thought that was pretty cheap.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I like Marcus Golden.
I feel like the Cardinals are I feel like they're going to do something soon. Like maybe it's Rodney Hudson, who just got cut from the Raiders.
Yeah.
Maybe
they were.
You
continue.
No, go ahead.
They were a finalist for Corey Linsley, so I would assume that they're in on a center like Rodney Hudson or Alex Mack or something like that.
Maybe there's been a lot of rumors of them maybe trading for Gilmore. Apparently they liked N'Keal Harry coming out of the draft. It's Arizona, so. Not like N'Keal Harry's a big move, but I feel like they're gonna maybe make a couple trades or a couple more moves. It's been a little too quiet on that front.
I want to point out that the J.J. Watt deal stinks.
Yeah.
It's horrible. $23 million guaranteed for someone that's played like
8 games in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Horrible.
Who is the best defensive end in free agency? Being Ngakoue? No, he's like a linebacker.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's
or
Yannick.
Lawson.
Pass rushing wise, I would say it's Yannick, but like.
Yeah, because I
don't know.
I'm just thinking like Hendrickson and Lawson both got like 15 a year, which is basically what Watt goes. So I guess it is kind of consistent, but
except he got way more guaranteed money like in the first 2. He played all 16 games last year, but he only had 5 sacks. His tackles were down. his QB hits were way down. He had more QB hits in 2019 where he played 8 games than he did last year.
Wow. I didn't know he played all 16 last year. Good for him. He's always that's a first.
So the Seahawks have done nothing.
Except
And
lose
the Los
people.
Angeles Rams obviously traded for Matthew Stafford, got Leonard Floyd to a 4-year, $64 million contract.
They have no cap, right?
Yeah, they're in
No,
cap
they're
hell still.
still over the cap right now, but they're restructuring some deals.
Okay.
That Leonard Floyd deal is crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really good last year, but that's
It's easy.
insane.
It's easy to pay people when you have the best defensive player in the generation.
That's true. I just feel like if you have the best defensive player, you could plug me in there, and I would find a way to get to the QB.
That's true.
And then the
Yeah,
best
maybe take a
best-
flyer on low risk, high reward player. Someone like, I don't know, like that was drafted high but fizzled out because they just didn't have the work ethic or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, and the
McKinley.
best for last. Dave, you can take the floor.
All right. My San Francisco
Oh,
49ers.
wait, pause.
We got some breaking
breaking
news. Yeah, the Dolphins are signing running back Malcolm Brown from the
Oh, man.
Rams.
I didn't realize he was a free
Oh, that
agent.
was full circle. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, the Rams guy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good signing.
That is
Yeah.
good signing.
I just hope he doesn't
I
turn
like
into
the player.
I hope he doesn't turn into what's his name?
Wait, he's
Jordan
already
Howard.
been out of the. He's
Matt
already
Breida.
done with his rookie contract, seriously.
Matt Breida or the guy from the Eagles who got Lester Howard.
Jordan Howard.
Oh yeah, Malcolm
Yes,
Brown's
Jordan
old.
Howard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's like 26 or something.
Oh,
because
damn.
he was. I remember he got like tagged when Gurley was still there. So I remember he like took.
Oh wow.
He might have took a little bit. Like they were trying to re-sign him when they still had Gurley, and they had to like kind of create some cap room to get him back.
He's 27.
Jeez.
Dang, I thought he
He
was
won't.
like,
He, I don't. He's not going to cost that much, right?
No, definitely not.
I don't think so either.
All right, now back to
Sorry,
the best
Dave,
team
you
in the
can have the
NFC.
Yeah. Sorry to steal your thunder, Dave.
All good.
Breaking news always takes precedent.
Yeah. But they re-signed Juice, which was fun, especially after John Lynch and Jed York's tweets the night before. 5-year deal at 27 mil. It's a little high in money, but he only has a combined cap hit of 5 mil over the first 2 years.
We got breaking news for the 49ers.
ah, Dave can't talk about his Niners, I guess.
the Niners?
Marquise Godwin reverted back to the 49ers.
Marquise Goodwin?
Yep.
Really?
Yes, from Mike Gafardo.
The Eagles needs to get rid of him.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Is it revert or he just traded back?
It says reverted back to the 49ers from the Eagles.
What is it like? It's
For
a
today's
rule, what is it?
it's through the transaction wire.
Was he a Rule 5 draft?
Well, the Niners got Marquise Goodwin back.
Yes, so.
They signed Samson Ebukam, which is a very good pickup for a pass rusher that has quite a bit of upside, but hasn't really put everything on tape yet. And they re-signed their top 2 corners because we all knew Richard Sherman isn't the same guy that he was 2 years ago, or even like 5 years ago, obviously.
Yeah, I like the Ebukam signing. Wasn't it his rookie year with the Rams, or maybe the year they went to the Super Bowl? Like he was nasty.
Yeah, he's
So-
fast. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fast he was.
Like 2 years, 12 mil. I love that deal. I think that was one of my favorite deals from yesterday.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the Niners really need to re-sign Trent Williams because if not, they won't go anywhere.
Sherman's gone, right?
Yeah,
I assume so.
thankfully.
Yeah, this is wild. Marquise Goodwin did revert back. That's like, I've never heard of such a thing. Because did he go there last year? I thought that was like 2 years ago.
He was traded during the draft last year, and then he opted out for COVID.
Oh,
Wow.
there must have been a clause or something.
Maybe. I don't even know what the trade was, so I don't know how that works.
Field
Fill
DH
in
just
for
tweeted.
Kendrick Bourne, I guess.
Nah, Field DH just tweeted this will likely be just a procedural move as it's unlikely Goodwin fits into San Fran's wide receiver
Yeah.
plan.
I think he has like a 7.5 cap hit or something like that, which there's no way they keep him at that.
You know where he's going? Houston. That's the
Man,
perfect.
Houston's
everybody's
right
trash. is
He's
just gonna go
from
to
Texas.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that like they signed? Who did they sign? They signed like Chris Moore, who played for like the Ravens 2 years ago. Like nobody wants Chris Moore. Like they signed him in the first day. I was like, they're just bargain shopping.
Yeah.
I bet they offered everybody like on a fairly lower tier free agency. Like they're like, okay, here's like $1 million. Like, do you want it? And Chris Moore was like, sure. Like, I didn't even play last year. I'll take $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like I don't know. What did the Niners have anything you think other than Trent Williams? Like,
So they still need to get a center. I wouldn't mind them re-signing Ben Garland, I think his name is. But I would like them to get Alex Mack for like a 1-year deal, as long as the price is right. But none of that matters unless they get Trent back, because without a left tackle, with an often injured Jimmy Garoppolo, they won't make it anywhere.
yeah, it kind of seems like Mack could kind of be in the bag there because of the history with Shanahan. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's from California also.
Yeah, so I think that'll do it for free agents. I don't know if you want to just go over a couple of like the best available and maybe do a little like just quick predictions
true.
maybe.
Do we want to do the best and the worst of the NFC like we did
Oh
for the
yeah,
AFC?
yeah, let's do that.
So, who do you think did the best in the NFC? I think it's the Bucks because they.
Yeah, I would
Line up.
probably have to agree.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
tough
argue
ones.
with them just bringing everyone back.
Yeah, it's probably the Bucks. I do like John Ross and Leonard Williams of the Giants, but overall it's the Bucks.
Yeah. I do think if the Niners can get Trent back, they would be very competitive as being the best, but I don't think they're quite there yet.
Yeah.
I also like what the Chiefs have done with Tooney. I know it was a huge contract, but Tooney's Mr. Model Consistency. So I know Patrick Mahomes is going to love that.
Yeah.
If they're in the NFC.
And who do you think is the worst?
Seattle.
Yeah, it's Seattle lost Shaquille Griffin. They haven't done anything. So
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson wants nothing to do with them anymore, which is
I'm
the biggest
also-
news.
I'd also say the Falcons. Like they've done nothing. Like they suck.
And yeah,
Yeah.
they need
Like
to do something. They haven't, and they won't.
Like I know
The
they don't.
Packers are also bad too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like,
Dylan.
the Falcons probably don't have much cap space, but like, come on, like you'd do something.
There's a lot more bad NFC teams in free agency than AFC, because looking through the list, the Eagles also haven't done anything. The Lions haven't really done anything. The NFC's bad.
Yeah,
Right
it's
now.
really bad. I mean, when the Bears are making the playoffs last year, and a whole NFC East debacle, it's
Yeah.
not good for the NFC.
So, do you want to rattle off some names? Or
Yeah, I'll just like top 10. I just have a list like Trent Williams. I still think he goes to the Niners. What about you guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
call
hope
for
so.
Dave Sanity. I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah. Kenny Galladay.
He's going to
Probably
the Giants.
Raiders.
Okay.
I still say Dolphins. I think they want to spend. Will
I think
Fuller.
that's right. Yeah.
Packers.
I
Ravens.
think Will Fuller might wait until Deshaun Watson gets traded. Because Deshaun Watson was like the biggest advocate of not trading him at the deadline. So I
How
feel
long
like
is he out for?
I think he's gonna miss 4 games next season.
For his
Yeah.
suspension,
Suspension?
right? Yeah, I thought it was 8.
Well, he
Nah.
served some already this year.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be crazy to say like the Eagles could get a receiver?
No,
They'd have to find a way to get rid of Jeffrey. Did they already cut him?
I think he's gonna be
Not that
a
released him.
June 1st cut, so that they can spread his cap hit.
Yeah, Will Fuller's like a real question mark. I feel like
Yeah, he could go anywhere.
I have no clue where he's going. Clowney, who cares?
Nowhere.
He's a clown.
I mean, he's gonna go to like Atlanta, probably, honestly. Juju,
Miami.
The Jets, I mean.
Not the
Raiders.
Pats.
I'd say Raiders. Anthony Harris, who cares? Safety. Antonio Brown,
Bucks.
I think
Tampa
Tampa.
Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. The only place I can keep him somewhat sane.
Mhm.
Casey Hayward's cheap. I don't really care. William Jackson's probably gonna get paid. I don't know where he'll go. I'm just gonna do like the big positions, like Chris Carson.
Miami.
Not anymore. Now with that Jordan Howard.
No, I still think he'll go there. You mean?
Well, if this changes your mind, some of
Maybe
the Dolphins beat
Bills need a
reporter.
running back bad.
Yeah, Bills do. The Dolphins beat is saying they don't want to spend more than 2 to 3 million per year on a running back.
I don't know.
Okay, then that changes quite a bit.
I'll say the Jets for Carson.
Yeah, that's probably a good fit.
Curtis Samuel.
I think he ends back with Carolina.
I think he's going to go to Jacksonville.
I think this whole offseason is so jacked up. I think he's going to the Patriots. I think they're like honestly, like it does feel like that's one thing. The guys that they've said that they're interested in, like the rumors, like they've gotten.
Yeah.
Like last week, they're like, oh yeah, they're interested in Smith, Henry.
Yeah, people were saying that it's going to come down, like Jacksonville is going to get one of Smith or Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pats are going to get the other, but I could definitely see them getting both.
Yeah, T.Y. Hilton, Indy, you think?
Yeah. Carson Wentz needs some more weapons. So
yeah, this is kind of a fascinating one. Gerald Everett. I'm gonna say Chargers.
I could see him
Green
going
Bay?
to the Cardinals, staying in the division.
Green Bay would be interesting. I know they just placed the second round tender on Tanyan, which is
Oh yeah.
but still, I mean maybe. But Hassan Reddick's a free agent. Wow, that's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I could see him going somewhere like the Chargers to like replace Melvin Ingram.
Yeah, I just saw Melvin Ingram. That's going to be a good veteran signing for a team.
I would love the Niners to pick him up.
He's got to stay healthy though.
Yeah, there's a couple good edge guys out here. Ingram, Vernon, Dunlap,
Vernon has the Achilles injury, right?
Oh yeah.
Patrick Chung has released what the big news was. He saved money with Liberty Mutual. He used it for an ad.
What?
Wow.
Yep. Go check
Wait,
his
for
Twitter.
real?
Yeah, Patrick Chung. The news is I saved money with Liberty Mutual. Ha ha ha. I'll wait for the comments.
I'm honestly not shocked. Like
he's probably high on coke right now.
Oh God.
Why would he know that?
Yeah.
Like if they got Watson or something.
Well, unless he was part of the trade.
Yeah.
I wish.
Big brain.
Jeez. Pathetic.
All right. Does anybody have any closing thoughts?
No, just what a day yesterday was. It's truly surreal. I mean, probably because Pats fan.
Never happened.
Now you know how I feel. Like
I know.
from 3 years ago.
It's always just a great day though. The Monday, I remember last year was crazy. I remember Hopkins got traded, and overnight Brady said he was leaving.
And that was right when COVID hit last year. So it was perfect.
Yeah. Like I remember the whole like first couple weeks of COVID so vividly. But yeah, it's a great week. Great week. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm intrigued by the draft. There's still a lot of dominoes to fall though in this free agency, so should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, thanks guys for joining on the NFL free agency frenzy, I guess.
Yeah,
Been crazy.
thank you for
See
having
what
us.
happens.
All right,
Hopefully the Niners keep. Oh, sorry, Peter. You can
go.
go.
No, good.
Hopefully the Niners re-sign Trent.
Yeah.
Dave
That's all I gotta say.
20 million a year.
Do something he'll regret later. But yeah, so make sure you follow the Daily Go on all social medias. Make sure you go on the March Madness giveaway that ends on Friday. Make sure everybody does a bracket. Nathan, you
I already
can't win
filled
again.
mine out.
Can't win again.
I plan on it.
And
First
I hope,
perfect bracket ever right here.
yeah, you'll win $1 million from Warren Buffett.
Wow.
For life. $100 million a year for life.
Oh, it's that much? Oh.
Yeah, $1 million a
So
year
I'm
for
a
life.
million.
Oh,
This
nice.
is why it's the best. This is the best upstart company, giving away people's money. Love it.
So like, subscribe, comment if you like the video, and yeah.
Yeah,
I like
stay
the video.
hot.
Yeah, stay hot.